do you keep talking to yourself that way? Please help me understand, because you clearly do not understand why you keep doing it. You ever wonder why kids have so much energy all day long, and unless they've been traumatized, that they have a good outlook on life and everything seems to be going okay? It's not because they're kids. It's because they don't talk crap to themselves all day. And they don't talk crap to themselves about themselves like you do. Listen, your irrational demands are what continue to be the problem. You've heard me say it before. You've heard me say it on Instagram. You've heard me say it on YouTube. You've heard me say it on Facebook. And I'll keep saying it. Your irrational demands, your irrational beliefs will continue to haunt you. You do not get from healthy negative emotions like sad, disappointed, frustrated, annoyed, or remorseful to the dysfunctional and harmful emotions of anger, anxiety, depressed, or guilt without having irrational demands about it. You have these irrational demands and irrational beliefs that you keep telling yourself, and you'll know them. They sound like musts or shoulds or have tos or ought tos. There's no shalls in this world. There are consequences when you don't do the things that you need to do. But there's no shalls. You can't make anybody else do anything. How the heck do you think that you can make yourself be perfect? One of those irrational beliefs is that we have this dire need to be loved by everybody. And I know some of you are saying, well, I don't care what other people think. What are you depressed for then? We have a dire need for everybody to see that we do perfect and that other people see it, or we're terrible, awful, worthless human beings. I know some of you are going to tell me, I don't care at all what other people think. Ugh. You know what you sound like? A kid, a little child. Well, I don't care. Nobody else has to like me. I only have to like me. What the hell are you so miserable for then? Figure that one out. That 2 plus 2 doesn't add up, folks. You're missing the beat on that one. You're still making irrational demands. Now, maybe you have convinced yourself that rightly you don't need everybody to like you, but you still have that dire need to be liked. Maybe it's only a dire need to be liked by the people that you look up to. That's pretty healthy, but you still can't make a demand about their belief in you. You can't make a demand about your performance around them. You can't make a demand about what it means if you don't do it right. Listen, everybody wants to do well. I don't care who you are. But wanting to do perfect is very different than having to do perfect. And wanting to do perfect simply leads you, if you're disappointed, to disappointed. Wanting to do perfect, which there's nothing wrong with, excel. Do the best you can. Try it. But if your internal rhetoric is, I want to be perfect, I want to do very well, I'll be very disappointed. Fine. Go be disappointed. What are you here for? You're wasting your time. If you're just disappointed, go be disappointed. You don't need an angry Viking therapist. But you're not just disappointed. You may act that way in public. You may act that way most of your day. But if you're only disappointed, then why do you keep calling yourselves the names that you do? Why do you keep talking to yourself like that? If disappointed is all you are and sad is all you are, then why do you keep talking to yourself that way? Because you're angrier than that. Because you're demanding more than that. I must be perfect and other people must recognize it or I'm a worthless, terrible person. Now, maybe worthless or terrible aren't your words. Crappy, piece of trash, messed up, effed up, stupid, all that stuff that you call yourself. If you didn't have the irrational demand that you can never mess up, you would not get to those conclusions. It goes on and on. We make demands of other people. We make demands of treatment of other people. We make demands about the world and how it should be fair. Demands about we want this world to be easy and carefree and give us what we deserve when we deserve it. We'll leave those topics for other videos because you're still messing up the first one. You haven't gotten past you yet. You know you can't demand things of other people or the world, but you're still demanding stuff of you. Not a one of you contacts me and says, I think I'm awesome. and I never lose my temper, and when I mess up, it's fine. No. People reach out to me and say, I'm lost. I've lost my confidence. I can't get anything right anymore. My kids are scared of me. My wife is pissed off at me. I'm failing at work. That's real stuff, folks. None of that stuff happens unless you have irrational demands of yourself and the people around you. You keep hearing this word irrational, not rational, not based on evidence. Please give me an example of something that you can actually demand. Demand other people to respect you? No. Demand other people to treat you well? Demand that you do perfect at all times? No. You can want to. You can hope to. You can wish to. You can work hard to. And when those goals aren't met, you're disappointed and frustrated. But you keep making by God demands. Maybe the word perfect isn't the one that you use. Maybe worthless isn't the one that you use. Then why do you keep talking to yourself that way? Why do you keep treating yourself like a lesser person? Why do you keep talking to yourself in a manner that exhausts you mentally and physically? I'm not good enough. I can't do right. Here's another thing that goes wrong on the list of things that always goes wrong for me. Sounds familiar to some of you, I know, because you reach out to me. And then you get on the Mindset Squad and we fix it. We fix it because you need confidence and discipline and commitment and changing your irrational thinking. Now, you didn't get to your rational thinking all by your lonesome. It's true that trauma, past events, life events, and things that you've seen in your lifehood or your career do change the way that you see things. It does change that filter, but you let it get irrational. Listen, folks, there are things bad out there. I spent 15 years in uniform law enforcement. I spent 3 years before that as an EMT and a fireman and a dispatcher. I'm fully aware there's bad things out there. I am fully aware there's evil. But you keep taking the evil that you've seen and generalizing it to the whole population. Now, I don't know what you think about some guy named the Angry Viking Therapist is going to tell you that you should like everybody. Wrong therapist. I don't know why you think you'd come to somebody named the Angry Viking Therapist and get placated and told it's all okay and that you don't have to change. If those are things you believe, go ahead and hit stop. Move on. Don't come back. The people in my office and on my online program do not get placated. It's time to change. It's time to quit feeling like you're failing. It's time to quit telling yourself you're failing. You can't do it just by fake happy. What about this? Says fake happy, folks. I'm not angry anymore, but I'm damn sure passionate. I'm damn sure passionate that you can do better. I talk to hundreds of people a day looking to sign up for this program. I talk to 40 to 50 people a week in my office, and so do my other therapists. We know you need help, but the help is not fake happy, and the help is not placating. It is relearning that commitment, that discipline, changing your brain, changing your body, changing your behaviors, getting away from those irrational demands, those filters that have played you for so long. That's what you'll get. You'll get your confidence back, because every one of you that contact me have lost your confidence. Maybe you didn't have it before, but most of you did, and you've lost it. You've lost your confidence in being a good father or a good husband or a good wife or a good officer or a good medic or a good human or a good person at work or a good manager or whatever it is you do. You've lost that confidence. Confidence is not fake happy. Confidence is the consistent implementation of doing the right things. You're not doing the right things. It's time to relearn the right things. Confidence is the consistent implementation of doing the right thing. Do the right thing. Go to my website right now, angryvikingtherapist.com. theangryvikingtherapist.com, and smash that red button. Or go to the Instagram, Dr. Trevor Wilkins, and send me a message right now. Either way, I'll talk to you. Either way, we'll get you on the right path. You have to change. It's time for that consistent implementation. It's time to change the rhetoric. It's time to change your commitment and your discipline. Stop. Why are you talking to yourself that way?